Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Retro Techs, and we are back with this wonderful e-machine that I picked up as part of this £20 junk bundle of PC parts and components. Now this is the E3010 e-machine. We haven't booted up, it's very noisy. We have now booted up, but we hadn't booted up before. It's a small machine. It's got an Intel Celeron D340, an 80GB hard drive. Yes, you heard me correctly, 80GB of hard drive, and apparently 256 megabytes of RAM. But I think when we looked inside, I thought there was 2 512 sticks in there, so I think it's a gigabyte of RAM. All of which means not a lot in the sense of it ain't got a lot of specs. But we're gonna have a quick look first of all. So we've got a spec input on here now. So I have obviously booted this one up. There was a lot of crap on it, so I've done my best to remove a lot of the personal files, and that's always a very key thing. When you do get rid of a PC, try to remove all your personal files. In all honesty, it was mainly just photography pictures from an elderly gentleman from his holiday snaps. But let's see if this will do anything. Right, here we go. So Specky. We're going to use Specky because I like it. It's just I like the format it comes up in. This is all the information we generally need. So we have here Windows XP 32-bit. We've got the Intel Celeron 340. We've got a gigabyte of dual channel DDR, not DDR2, not DDR3, but DDR at 166 megahertz. Wow, that's slow. We've got obviously the relevant motherboard, integrated graphics, which is just awful. Cannot load up the hard drive, but it is. That's probably because it's an older hard drive, but I do know it is an 80 gigabyte hard drive. I've had a look at that already. Can we find any more information about it? So there are 4 memory slots. Excuse me, it's really early in the morning here at the moment. We've used 2 out of the 4 slots. As we said, we've got dual channel, so yes, we can potentially physical memory. There we go, 1 gigabyte. That's what we've got. So we could do more with it in the future. So there's potential to upgrade it. But let's have a look now. We can run a couple of benchmarks. We have got on here, we've got PC Mark and 3D Mark. I very much doubt with the integrated graphic the PC Marks with the 3D Mark's going to do anything, but let's check it anyway. And we can run one of the 4 game tests with this particular 3D Mark, and that's purely on the basis that I think because it's only got built-in graphics, it's not going to do a huge amount for the graphics card. So we do need to put a new graphics card in here. Let's run it. Wings of Fury game test. Let's see how many frames per second we get here. Place your bets in the comments down below. It's amazing how we got used to the sound of fans when you're playing games. Nowadays, it's like wow, and it's amazing. When I was looking at some of the old PC games that I had, the amount of memory they need was literally like 256 megabytes, stuff like that, whereas nowadays everything's like, oh, you need at least 8 gigabytes of memory to run this game. So not great, but it is running. Now the thing is that this is going to give us a score, but that score may not mean anything because we don't know what we're comparing it to. But we can see that the system is not having the best of times with it, let's put it that way. This monitor was also one of the monitors that came with the system, or the junk £20 find, and the reason we're using it is purely because of that. It's one of the monitors, or one of the computers that we've tested with the Time one. That one didn't like the other monitor setup for some reason. It just really could not get round the whole boot up into that resolution. No matter what I tried with using different setups, etc., or going into safe mode, it just didn't like it. So I went into safe mode, changed the resolutions a lot, and every time I tried to boot it up, it just came up with a incompatible resolution. So I pulled out this old fat boy. This is meant to be like this flat screen monitor. It's still chunky. It's still chunky for a flat screen. Not as big as a CLT, but Yeah, you get what I mean. This is slow. I wouldn't use this for much. I wonder if, I doubt we're going to be able to play the games. We could test it with a few Steam games and see if we can get any of them to load. We're not going to be playing AAA. I can tell you that much. But I guess some of the early Steam things, like one of the benchmark ones we do is not Doom, although we should probably throw like Doom 3 into this. But Dawn of War, Warhammer. Maybe Unreal Tournament might do. So 113 is the 3D marks, which is very slow. So not great on 3D marks. Let's do now the PC mark. The PC mark is basically everything else. That's going to be testing everything. I'll read, write, all the other gist. Now this takes a while. So once we get this started, we will fast forward the clips, I think, because this is going to be an incredibly long and painful one. So there are 11 system checks. Let's do it. Cue the music. Okay, let's have a look here. So we've actually had the benchmark has been aborted. Let's have a quick look at what happened. So basically, we got through some of the system startups. That seemed to go okay. And then we got there's some general issues with the hard drive. So I think the fact we've got this 80GB hard drive is causing a lot of problems. So we couldn't even get a basic benchmark. Will it play a game? Let's have a look. Now, I haven't even installed Steam on this, I don't think. I don't even think it's going to be worth us trying to try and play games on this, because this is a big pile of poo, is what I'm going to say. But, can we do something with this? I think we might be able to get this into quite a reasonable state. So, I think with this board we can get up to 4 gigs of RAM. Actually don't need to. I think we could probably get away with maybe 2 gigs. But if we can get up to 4 gigs, it'll be worth doing it. Can we put in so if I've got any DDR RAM that is compatible, let's have a look. Maybe we can put in an SSD. Possible. If we can find some power adapters, because this is all Molex in there, and the SSDs ain't going to be liking that. We got some fun things to do with this. Let's. I think the next challenge here is let's see if we can get this to run. Let's see if we can upgrade this and see if we can get some decent benchmarking out of it with an upgrade from my junk PC. Let's see you on the next episode where I try that.